11 and are one of the satellite teams for Harley-Davidson. Here at the end, we have the number 13, Cory West. We got the rider of the number 85 machine, Jake Lewis. And on the number 10 bike, Travis Wyman. On this end of the table next to me, we have the reigning King of the Baggers champion. This guy really put it to everybody last year. It was a really cool season watching him and the Factory Harley boys really go at it. We got the number 79, Hayen Gillum. I take that back, the number 1, Hayen Gillum. Here in the middle of the table, we have the Factory Harley boys. These guys have been putting in a lot of work. They're nothing short of all in, all the time. First off, we have here James Rispoli. And then last but definitely not least, former King of the Baggers champion, Wyman. We're going to talk to some of these guys. I'm going to ask them a few questions, and then maybe some of you guys have some questions for Cory. This Saddlemen race development team, you've been on the team for quite some time now, and we've just seen this team grow and grow, and it's really cool. Dave and Chris and the boys over there have been really gracious to really stepped up hard and built this awesome team. How's your season starting? You had a good season last year. It felt like it was a learning season on the Harley-Davidson. We've got Daytona in the books. How you feeling, man, going into Austin this weekend?
I'm just really happy to be here. The team's got a great program going this year with the Harleys. Saddlemen's really done a lot of work over the off season to put together some great bikes for the whole team. I'm super stoked to be here racing the Road Glide in front of the MotoGP crowd. We had a great Daytona. It was awesome to bring home a win in the Super Hooligan race too at Daytona. So yeah, we're just riding high on that victory, and hopefully we can do well this weekend on the Baggers.
Best of luck to you this weekend, brother.
Thanks, Frank.
Moving on, we got big Jake Lewis. You're a tall guy out there on this Road Glide, man. What's it like? Do you feel like that's, does it affect you in any way being such a tall rider out there?
I mean, for sure, that's obviously one thing that stands out about me compared to all these little guys next to me. I'm 6'4", got some weight behind me, but luckily I ride for a seat company, so the Saddlemen guys have helped me get comfy on the bike, making me custom seat, and then all the support we get from Harley-Davidson. These bikes are really fun for me to ride actually now that I'm comfortable on it, because they're so big and heavy. It's not such a disadvantage for me compared to the sport bikes, and it's definitely fun racing the Pan America and the Road Glide. We get 2 shots at it, but this weekend just going to be on the Baggers. But I think it's badass for all of us to showcase our talent and bring Harley-Davidson to the world stage. It's the biggest form of motorcycle racing in the world, and it'll be cool to be alongside these boys this weekend.
All right, Jake Lewis, ladies and gentlemen. We got Travis Wyman over here. Now, Travis is new to the Saddlemen racing team this year. He comes from the factory team, which he brings a lot of knowledge. That could be a big help to him and his teammates over here. Travis, Austin, Texas, MotoGP, man, how are we feeling?
Feeling good, man. The Saddlemen guys have built me a really good bike. We went really well here last year, and the conditions this weekend seem to be in our favor, not over 100 degrees, so hopefully we'll put on a good show for the fans, and me, Jake, and Cory can get up there and dice with the boys up front.
Thank you, Travis Wyman. We got the reigning champ over here. Hayden, feeling any pressure coming in this weekend? Carrying that number 1 plate, maybe you have a target on your back, maybe you don't. How are we feeling, dude?
I'm feeling good. We already got Daytona out of the way and got off to a little bit of a rocky start. I made too many mistakes at Daytona, and big plan is to just go out here, have some fun, and show the MotoGP guys what we got. And the goal is to put the number 1 in the number 1 spot, but that's not how it always goes. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. Last year had a little technical difficulty in the second race and was losing some power. I got my own microphone.
There you go, brother.
And yeah, it's going to be, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a ton of fun. We had a bit of a dogfight last year with these guys, so we're going to throw it down. this weekend's already started off with some drama, so we're getting it going now.
You want to elaborate on that?
No.
All right. We'll save that for later.
Nothing nobody cares about.
James Rispoli. James, this is a big year for you, man. You came off the Vance Hines Harley-Davidson last year. Obviously, Vance Hines won the championship. You moved your way onto the factory seat. That's massive. Like, how does that make you feel, especially coming in such a big weekend like this?
Yeah, I mean, the feeling's amazing to ride for factory Harley-Davidson is a dream of mine, and to ride for a factory. And coming from dirt track as my roots, Harley were dominant there, and to seeing the King of the Baggers with Kyle and whatnot, Harley's been pretty dominant too. So for me, I'm feeling really, really good, and the team's been amazing. It's been super cool to step into the factory and everybody be real supportive, and to have a good teammate such as Kyle. Yeah, it is a bit of a sour, feeling having such a good year with Vance and Hines and leaving, but this is one of the things that I wanted to check off for my career, and so it was just a move I needed to make. So feeling really good for Cota. I'm really excited. I think something that's going to be really interesting is, a few of these riders ride at multiple classes, and this weekend we're all focused on one thing, is baggers, and it's a little condensed. So I think the action's going to be pretty nervous, exciting, and I think, like Hayden alluded to, we had some really cool, awesome races last year. It was pretty good racing, and I expect it to be pretty hard fought this weekend, and hopefully everybody stays safe and we can put Harley-Davidson 1, 2, 3.
Did you learn anything at Daytona? Obviously, it was your first time on the factory bike. Did you learn anything at Daytona that you bring into this weekend that can maybe, have a little bit better weekend and maybe chase that top step of the podium?
Yeah, for sure. Every time I've been on the bike, I've learned a little bit more, and there are some differences from the Vance and Hines bike to the factory bike, but Daytona's so tough, right? Because we run totally different tires and a little bit of a different setup, and you've got, I believe it's 25 seconds around the banking, so a lot of time can get made up versus not, and this is such a unique track where it's like an F1 inspired track. There's a lot of tight corners, so it's going to be interesting. Have we learned a lot? I think we've learned quite a bit at a few tests, so I'm feeling good, and yeah, I mean, the goal is obviously to win races, but again, this is a long championship, and we want to have some good races, and we want to be on the podium.
Awesome, thank you. That's James Rispoli, everybody. Next up, we got Kyle Wyman. Kyle has been the factory Harley-Davidson racer since they stepped into King of the Baggers. If anybody knows the road glide, it's going to be him. He's got a lot of time and development into the bike. And Kyle, you're coming off of 2 wins at Daytona. That's huge. Does that bring you a lot of confidence, obviously, coming into Cota?
Yeah, for sure. It's good to start the year with 2 wins, something I've not done in this class, is to start off hot like that. So that's a really good sign for what's to come. And we also won the first race here in September, so we know we have a good setting and a good bike underneath us. And James and I did a test after Daytona, so come off Daytona, go do some more testing, get everything dialed in, because not only do we have this weekend with Cota, we're going straight to Atlanta next weekend, so we've got back-to-back races, and four races in the stretch of 8 days, so it's a big deal, and but we're focused on getting some good results here and trying to keep that momentum rolling.
Alrighty, you heard it from the man himself, Kyle Wyman, everybody. I want to bring up one more guy. This guy has headed the whole factory Harley effort for King of the Baggers Racing. Technical director and team principal, Jason Kale, everybody. The biggest question these bagger racers get all the time is a question that I think you have the answer to. And a lot of people ask these guys, what is the biggest difference from a road glide that sits here on the showroom floor and these race bikes?
Everything about the race bikes is different. But at the same time, it's all production-based racing, so there's a lot that's the same as well. So we run a stock frame, we run the stock engine cases, we run all of the cylinders and headwork is all straight out of the factory. Certainly they're modified for higher performance and for racing, but there's a remarkable amount of similarities between the bikes that we're out here racing and the bikes that you can buy here in the showroom floor. I mean, the cylinders that we run are exactly the Screaming Eagle 131 cylinders. Obviously, pistons modified for racing, but they're 4.3 1 0-inch bore on a 4.5-inch stroke, so you all can go out and get it. And I think what's really exciting is to see the technology that we've developed in the racing program make its way back down into production. This year's CVO ST is a perfect representative of that, where you have fully adjustable 1x1 front forks as well as fully adjustable remote reservoir rear suspension. So we're starting to see all of the effort that we've had out on the track, and certainly everything all these riders up here are teaching us every weekend, pushing us to be better as a factory, pushing us to be better as a brand. Every time we make an improvement, these guys tell us it's not enough. So we keep going, and we're working to make better bikes in production, and we'll keep doing that over the next couple of years. I know that we got a product plan stuffed full of learnings and performance product, and I think you all should be excited about what's going to come from Harley-Davidson.
All right, that's your factory Harley, Saddlemen race development, and Vance Hines race team riders for King of the Baggers. Now we're going to turn over the mic to you guys. If anybody has any questions for these riders, right now's your time.
I got 2 questions for the factory guys. First one is, what do you ride on the weekend? Your favorite Harley that you ride. Second one is, when do you drink the coffee? Is it before or after the race?
I feel like I know which question is for who. For me, I ride a 2021 Road Glide with a 131 crate motor and custom paint. It's a pretty awesome machine. And I just drink my coffee in the morning like a normal human, but you can ask this guy.
Yeah, I'm currently waiting on a Harley right now, but I am getting a Road Glide, and I love that. And I drink a few blisters a day. Like, anytime I can, I'm throwing them back, so yeah.
Just come straight into this.
So I grew up riding flat track, and a few of the guys here have done the same.
Raise your hand if you grew up racing flat track.
Actually, everybody's raced flat track.
Corey's maybe a little bit ahead of us as far as age. But I think we've all been racing each other for 20 plus years in flat track, going to amateur nationals in Springfield, Illinois, and Du Quoin, and Florida nationals, and just everything. So it's pretty wild for us to all be kind of sitting at this table as Harley-Davidson riders, because we've known each other for that long. And James, I think we met when we were like 10 or 11 years old or something like that, and same with Hayden. So we've all grown up together.
Have you subscribed to Trip on Two Wheels yet? Hey, what are you waiting for? Do it now.